Guys, this is Mr. Joshy J, and this is your qualifying review in the Spanish Grand Prix at Barcelona. Charles Leclerc is on pole position ahead of Max Verstappen and Carlos Sainz. Mercedes, some progress made by Mercedes. The porpoising is definitely stopped, and the car is actually handling much better. George Russell actually set a purple time in the first sector, so they've definitely made some progress, but unfortunately still a long way behind the Ferrari and Red Bull at the moment. But I'm happy that, Russell ahead of Perez, so definite progress on Mercedes. I will take that, and hopefully they will find more pace and they can have a good race. Leclerc, before his final qualifying lap at Spanish, which he needs to cut down on these mistakes, because this is what will come back and bite Leclerc on the ass, is if he keeps making mistakes. But if he can cut out on it, he's got every chance of competing for the World Championship. But he's on pole. Unfortunately, Max Verstappen near the end lost power and could not improve on his lap time. So that's how Leclerc beat him to pole position. But overall, quite enjoyable session. Both the Aston Martins missed out on Q2, but the biggest surprise to me was Fernando Alonso missed out on Q2. I mean, he looks mighty in FP1 and FP2, so the home fans will be devastated that Fernando Alonso didn't make it through. Lando Norris, well, first of all, he made it through to Q3, but unfortunately, he had his lap time deleted for exceeding the track limits, and obviously, that handed to Mick Schumacher P10 after that, so Mick Schumacher through to Q3 for the first time ever in the Haas, and both Haas's through to Q3. Absolutely fantastic. Tell you what, that Haas car with the Ferrari power unit this year is looking good. And the for Romeo is decent as well, without Bottas. Guan Yu Zhou, recently not had much luck against Bottas at the moment. Bottas, being the more experienced teammate, is doing a better job at the moment. But P6, Lewishausen, I think he'll be bitterly disappointed he couldn't beat George Russell, but he definitely sounded a bit more happier in his qualifying interview. He's a lot more optimistic, so that's a good sign. I'm excited to see how Mercedes do tomorrow in the race. This discussion about Aston Martin copying the Red Bull, wow, the Aston Martin is clearly struggling for pace. It is shit at the moment, the Aston Martin, I'm not going to lie. Nicholas Latifi, we all know he's washed and finished. I just do not understand how he's still in this Williams. He even got outperformed by Nick de Vries yesterday in FP1. Absolutely insane, that. But it just shows how out of his depth Nicholas Latifi is, unfortunately. Well, we know that, and you know that. He is totally well and truly shouldn't be anywhere near the F1 paddock and Nicholas Latifi. Williams, they do have a decent car because Alex Albon is performing very well. Sebastian Vettel was very disappointed he didn't make Q2. But that was quite an enjoyable qualifying session. Charles Leclerc on pole, so hopefully he'll have a good race. And let's see how high Mercedes can get in the race. Obviously, I wasn't expecting them to get pole today, but I am very happy to see George Russell ahead of Sergio Perez, because that just shows Mercedes have made big progress. Unfortunately, as I said, nowhere near the Red Bull and Ferrari still really in the moment, but steady progress, I'll take it. Comment your thoughts down below, I will always reply, and join me tomorrow for my race review. And Monday for driver ratings and team ratings for the Barcelona Grand Prix. Bye-bye.